Sure. Ow. I hit my knee.
Careful.
My knee.
Got two of them.
Correct. Ow.
Hello.
He's smoking peace pipe.
Don't appropriate.
That's not.
That's not even appropriation.
Thanks for joining Scrum and Record Night Black Friday edition. Black Friday edition.
Hey, tonight it's Black Roman Record Night.
Correct. Wait, what?
I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, it's Black Friday special, so we got some cool things to talk about. It's also Record Store Day. We'll get into that a little bit. And as all, we will have the Thanksgiving leftover nacho surprise coming your way with a little different flavor. Or a little something I'm adding to it. Nothing crazy,
Did
but
you go? Because you were kind of low.
oh, I had that was number one. But I did get a family-sized bag of Doritos just as an aside. It's gonna be a good time, man. So thanks for hanging out with us. Drop a little comment if anybody got something cool for Black Friday. I'm not really a Black Friday guy.
Last time I went Black Friday shopping,
I've never done it.
I specifically went out to buy meat. Thrift food. I make beef jerky
Oh,
occasionally.
you cut it off like a side of beef? Not like a roast?
I find for me flank steak works best.
Is that right? So it's like steak jerky.
Yeah.
What's like regular normal beef jerky made out of for the most part? It's like steak meat?
Like usually like roasts or things like that. It depends. You gotta
Maybe a loin?
the industrial beef jerky, like it's real lean meat. But I like to get meat with a little bit of fat marble in it.
Yeah, everybody's saying, hey, Captain Carburetor. We got Captain Carburetor, aka Cameraman,
Hey everybody,
on the program show.
it's me.
You've been here for a few days.
Yeah, I'm staying with you over Thanksgiving because my parents' house is full. Corey didn't tonight. My dad was like, why don't you come over here and sleep tonight? I was like, I guess
Because Because I have a problem.
We're gonna be drinking.
The same reason I'm like, oh man, I've not had Taco Bell in so long. People are like, man, let's go up and get you some Taco Bell. And I'm like, it's because I can't ever drive when I want Taco Bell. It's kind of hard to have that conversation with people sometimes. Like, people don't understand that.
You get DoorDash. I'm telling you.
Oh, it's too expensive. For sometimes
It's really not that bad.
we got a Chipotle right here now.
It's really not that. I'm not a Chipotle.
Have you tried it?
There's really nothing in there I want.
You ain't never tried
It's just
it.
burritos, right?
No, they got bowls without the burrito.
What a freaking
Fresh food. It's fresh food though. Steak, chicken, rice. You know, those are all things you like. You just don't like it because it's trendy.
It's not. If I'm going for that style of food, I won't. Not burrito.
Sure.
I'm not a big burrito guy. I never have been. I mean, I did back in the day in college. I did live off of
Sorry, the music's probably pretty loud.
the bean burritos from the Taco Bell up there.
Oh yeah.
But I had to wait till after peak hours because they wouldn't make them custom.
Really?
Peak hours, yeah. So I had to wait till after peak hours because I didn't like it with the onions in.
Oh, I love Taco Bell onions. They taste like dishwater. I mean that. That's the only way I
I mean
can.
that is a compliment.
I do. I really do. I really fucking do.
I don't.
I mean it as a compliment.
Okay.
But there's just a certain combination of their. Here's what I've told somebody before. I love them a lot. I was like, but it tastes like they were cutting the onions with a knife that had some cleaner on it or something.
Maybe they were cutting the onions in the dishwashing sink.
You guys know what I'm talking? Got this certain kind of like, was that a clean knife flavor to the onions? I don't know.
Are you sure that's not some cilantro? Because to me, cilantro tastes like soap. Are you one of those people?
No, I love cilantro.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't like it. It just kind of tastes like soap.
Sometimes when I'm eating blue cheese dressing, in the middle of it, all of a sudden it turns into banana flavor. And my brain only says, this tastes like bananas. Bananas, bananas, bananas. Bananas,
said-
bananas, bananas.
Fred said, Taco Bell tastes like grade F beef. I'll say something about that. You know, a while back when there was this big stink about them not using all...
I agree with the statement already, I'm telling you.
The beef was better before whatever they did to it. Now it's like so freaking greasy. It's not anywhere near as
Now
good
it's
as
like
it was.
real beef.
It's not as good.
It's not as good.
Bring the filler back.
Yeah, if they were putting sawdust in it, sure. Bring it
Whatever
on.
it was, better.
I enjoyed it. Anyway, football town in America. USA.
There was some football.
USA number
Was there
one.
football today?
Yeah, there was football today as well.
Oh yeah, there was. Jeff had it on. Or Allison, one of the two.
You got some jokes?
I don't have.
You got some jokes? I got some jokes. I got some Black Friday jokes.
Go for it.
I'm just gonna go right down the middle with, kind of Henny Youngman style. No long-winded setups here, which is my favorite part. But I'm just kind of coming right down the middle. A little wore out.
Let it fly.
From not being a lot of.
You said you don't want all the lead up, but you're leading up.
Yeah, I'm just telling you I'm tired. That's all. No, I'm not tired. I'm not tired. Several days of, spread it on a little bit thick. Buttering both sides of that fucking bread. The best way you can be considerate. One of the ways you can be more considerate on Black Friday.
Don't.
Make sure you're turning your phone horizontally to film the
Oh.
fights.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
I like that joke. Look, as a video editor, when somebody sends me vertical fucking video to use in a story,
Didn't somebody send you some of that for a commercial recently? They sent you some
Dude.
vertical
I get-
iPhone video, and we're like, here you go, and you're like, no.
my fucking
Of course, you could cut it down, but then they would be in like 260p, right?
my left eye starts twitching. It fucking pisses me off. I get it now that there's TikTok and all that shit. A lot of people shoot shit for
A
TikTok.
lot of people are
For
doing it
Instagram.
stylistically now.
Yeah, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts.
I don't like none of that.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I never watch YouTube.
Yeah,
Shorts.
you've watched. I remember 4 of them.
I may have seen some.
I showed you one earlier.
Which one did you show
Shane
me?
Gillis. He looks like he's got Down syndrome.
Oh,
Because his he has Down syndrome. He's a comedian.
There's a whole joke about it.
No, it's not a joke. He has Down syndrome.
He's not joking about Down
brother.
syndrome.
And he says
joking that he looks like.
He says he missed it by just this much. And you look at him, you're like, oh, okay. Kind of do like a Down. God bless him.
Close.
Okay. What? I'll do this with a Neil Hamburger. What did the lumberjack do on Black Friday?
You want me to ruin it? Did something.
He went to a chopping mall.
Well, you changed what's written, but I like the way you said it better. It says spree.
Oh yeah,
he went on a chopping spree.
Yeah.
You need your readers.
No, I made it my own. I just made it my own.
Okay.
Finally. What's the weirdest place you've ever been Black Friday shopping at?
Is this a joke?
Curious. Good old weirdo store.
Not really a weirdo store, but going to get that meat slicer. Going Black Friday shopping to I don't remember.
That's pretty weird.
Academy Sports or something like that.
That's pretty weird.
Going to Academy Sports and not buying a gun. That was what was weird.
Once I went to a Black Friday sale at a geology museum. There were some really great shales. Okay, we're back. Those are some good jokes, weren't they? I've been working on those since, what time is it?
After.
Sure. What y'all do? Y'all had a big old Thanksgiving. Lots of people and shit.
Did you write those?
Y'all had a big Thanksgiving. A lot of people and shit come over.
Not this year.
No?
My brother went in town, and then morning of Thanksgiving, my uncle had to take my aunt to the hospital because she dislocated her hip. So it's just.
What's her hospital room number?
She's not in there anymore.
Oh, come on. What's her home number?
I don't know.
Let's check on her real quick.
I don't know what they're.
Let's check on her.
I'm not even sure. Cell phone number.
Anybody got Jimmy's cell phone number?
I think shit. No, I do have.
What's up, Trish?
But I don't.
What's up, Thump Finger? How you doing, brother?
I don't have Janice's.
Anyway, anybody do anything particularly cool? Drop us a little comment. Let us know. Not only was it Thanksgiving week, but today was the Black Friday, obviously, and obviously there's a record store day that happens on Black Friday. I didn't participate.
I had time today, and I totally had forgot that was going on. I could have.
But so you would have if you would have.
And you know what? I was at Southside Hardware. I was directly across the street. Was it King Records right there?
That is. Oh, Jerry. Talked to Jerry last week. Matter of fact, that's what we got coming up in Dig of the Week. Something I bought up there with Jerry. Me and Carl went up there last week. You know?
I had to go to Southside Hardware and buy some butt connectors.
I bought butt connectors from there.
And I brought some shrink wrap.
We got that coming for Dig of the Week.
Heat shrink, I should say. That's the
Yeah.
They know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Anybody who's wired stuff. Which may not be.
A lot of these guys have wired all kinds of things, usually hot wiring cars. This crowd.
I was fixing a lamp at my parents' house. They don't know how it got like this. Last 6 inches of the cord have been cut.
Marco, what's up,
and
man?
then twisted together and wrapped in duct tape. And the last 6 inches of the cord was a different cord. But the lamp was flickering, so that's why I investigated. The only thing we can figure is, my dad was like, I don't remember doing that. My dad's scared of working with electricity, so I doubt it. Evidently, maybe something happened when my brother lived there. I didn't try. It was janky.
Can I wager?
Why would he cut off?
I'm big into wagering.
Why would he cut off 6 inches of one cord and put a different end on it? Because the end had steel wire, and the cord coming from the lamp had copper wire, so it was obviously different. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why would he do that? But period of time.
But you would have went up there to record store day if you'd have thought about it.
I thought about it for sure. I didn't think
It's 800-588-2300. Empire.
Enclave.
No.
Enclave.
Empire.
No, the Enclave one's funny.
No. Vance posted that. It didn't used to be 800. You don't remember the Empire on WGN? Now they used to do
Yeah,
it.
Empire, but
Yeah.
remember you were at that fishing tournament, you heard it called Enclave?
Oh, yeah. I've never laughed so hard in my life. You gotta tell that story?
Why not?
You guys got time for a stupid story? This has nothing to do with records, I promise you.
It's probably not going to make anybody else laugh.
I know. So down here we had these commercials for this a company called All Good. They did vinyl sidings and replacement window. What was the song? I can't remember the tune now. That's what I'm thinking about. Oh no, I do. I don't remember. So anyway, I'm going to do this as quick as I can. I was fishing a regional championship tournament for bass fishing, right? So I had to drive down to Georgia. What's the name of that lake? Can't remember. Right there on 85, it goes over. Somebody let me know. It's lake in Georgia. That goes over 95, 85.
Yeah, 95 don't.
So anyway, I go down there and I noticed that there was well, this is two stories intertwined. I noticed there was a Popeye's chicken there. I never tried Popeye's chicken. On the day 3 of the tournament, I realized I was eliminated. Came back to the hotel. I've been getting up at 3 in the morning, fishing for 16 hours a day. It's crazy. And then so the final night, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself to some of that Popeyes I never had. I went and got it, but I also remembered there was like a pain pill in my thing, and my shoulders were killing me and stuff. And unprescribed, I know that's not. Don't do that, folks. But I did it. It was a mistake I made in my past, and because my shoulder hurt so bad, it wasn't for kicks.
Well, it wasn't really a mistake if you.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't for kicks initially, but then
it became for kicks.
I've drank some beers. I got a hold of some of them beers. Those fucking wobbly pops. You ever had a wobbly pop?
Oh yeah.
I had a few of those old wobbly pops, and I made my way down to the lobby, and where I was going to look up my tournament results on a PC that they had in the lobby for everybody to use. So I'm pulling that up, and as I'm doing it, I notice I start to feel funny, and I turn around and I look at the lady behind the hotel lobby, the desk girl, and it's this older lady, pretty, but I mean she had some knockers like out to here.
Is that why she was pretty?
To where no. She was just a pretty older, just nice, momish kind of lady.
Like that lady in the commercial yelled at her husband about the health insurance. Sure.
But when I turned around from looking at the computer, I just looked at her, and there was nobody else in the lobby, and I just went, damn. Then she kind of turned and looked at me like eyebrows up, and I'm like, oh, out loud. That was out loud. And then I looked past her out the window, and I was like, is it going to rain? She was like, so, and I'm like, oh, it must be just the way these windows are gelled. Anyway, so I go get that.
Most people would say that.
Sure. Yeah, because it's got a gel on it.
Yeah, I think most people say.
Well, it's actually a gel.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
But I've never heard anybody call it that.
It's neutral density is what it is. Anyway.
I've got some neutral density.
But, so I'll go up and get that fucking chicken. Popeyes. I bring it back to the room. And I'm sitting, by this time, I'm fucked up. I'm way more fucked, because I'd been up forever. About 4 or 5 beers deep. I took that fucking pain pill. And I was cruising and just eating chicken like a mongrel with the grease dripping down my fucking bare chest.
You got? Which meal you got?
It was like it wasn't like a sandwich.
Did you get a bucket?
Yeah, it was like a pieces of fried chicken and shit like that. But in the meantime, so this commercial comes on. We had this commercial for All Good windows and vinyl siding
that we've been hearing all our life.
Yeah, it was the smartest. It's all good. And so I'm sitting there eating that chicken, and the commercial comes on, and they get to the end of the commercial where they sing the jingle, and they say, the smartest homework, it's Enclave. And I spit the chicken out. And I started laughing and rolling around on the ground because it was just, I'm in a different state and it was a different name of a company. And I lost my fucking shit.
You laughed so loud and so long that the mayor had to come by and check on you.
Dude, my insides hurt from laughing. Anyway, I know that's stupid, but you guys chose to be here. Don't blame me. You know who the fuck I am. You know what the fuck this is. Come on, give me a break.
Not their first rodeo.
No, plus there wasn't any news, so that took the place of the news because I
Is there anybody who it is their first rodeo?
Oh, I don't know. What's up, JBC? Paul, Psycho Planet? Sure. You was entertained? All right. Sure. Let's talk about some of the stuff that came out this week. Because, like I said, there was no real news. I couldn't find any super big news in the music world today. And here's some news. And I'm not going to name any names unless something just comes to my mind. But as I'm going through one of the sites where I pilfer my news from, to talk about here on the program, jar my memory, or maybe I pick up something during the week. Number one, I go to our fucking Discord, and if you're not in the Discord, you might have a fucking problem. But I scroll back through our Discord to see if anybody's posted some stuff throughout the week, and sometimes I was like, oh, because I don't remember that Tuesday. It was, whatever.
Tuesday was days ago.
Sure. So that's number one place I check, but I check a few other sites. One of them I went to today. I'm telling you, of the top 10 things on the site for news, 6 of them were entertainers, musicians being sued for grab assing.
Yeah, because New York has put some sort of a deadline on claims.
P. Diddy, fucking Axl Rose,
4 accusations against him.
It was just a who's who, just a pop down the list. It was crazy.
Don't.
But yeah, I was just like, well, that's crazy. And then I'd scroll a little bit and I was like, oh, that's crazy. And I'm like, wait. I was like, did I click on a sexual abuse tab? Because it's every story. It was. Yeah. You like music? Sure. You should check this out.
There's some music I don't like.
Okay, that's fair. It's a nice.
Not a lot of it. I like a whole lot of it.
It's an e-thought.
I'd say there's a small percentage of it.
You ever heard of Bloodshot Bill? Highly recommend this guy. This is a brand new record out of the kid coming out today. Bloodshot Bill's Psycho Billy. Goner Records, which we love the Goner Records from. They release a lot of punk rock stuff.
Cool cover.
Really, and the music is. Let me blow this up. I didn't.
From here, maybe even
this dude's put out a bunch of records. Parlayed his unique blend of rockabilly, R&B, and garage rock into feverishly prolific productions that tap into the very roots of mutant rock and roll. And we played some Mummies. I think the Mummies would kind of fall into that mutant. But it's got this. It's a rockabilly. I don't know what you call it. Whoa.
What is that?
It's a throwback to the 50s.
Did you cut the string?
No. It's got that 50s kind of raucous rock and roll vibe, like the underground 1950s sound, you know. But this brand new came out today, and it's like $19.99, so it's worth checking out. I know this guy actually from back in the day. We have a pretty legit rockabilly band around these parts called the Tremors. You ever heard the Tremors? They're out of Greensboro, North Carolina.
Heard of.
And they, one of the gentlemen, pardon the phrase, he goes by the name Honky Kong. Friend of mine.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's an enormous fuck. Like this, I mean, he's huge with like overalls, and he plays like a upright bass, Mohawk upright bass with the flames on it, like Reverend Horton Heat. In fact, he has one of Reverend Horton Heat's basses. In fact, they've opened for Reverend Horton Heat. They've opened for Bloodshot Bill. They've been in that scene, so they're pretty popular, at least regionally around here. But you run into the Tremors by chance, they're definitely worth checking out. But I know them from that, and it was.
Do you have like one of their records?
I don't actually. I used to chill.
That totally sounds familiar to me.
I always said, like, if I was going to get married, like that'd be a cool band to have at like your like reception. Like rockabilly, it's still like, you know, everybody would get into that. You know
even
what I mean?
the older folks.
Yeah, even your older folks with some 50s rock and roll would make you get up, move, and shake your ass. Sometimes you need something to make. Not keeping up with chat very much. If you want to do that, you can reach chat and help me, because I can't. I found Chick-fil-A sauce at the grocery store. Yes, I do. I get that in the Polynesian. I prefer Polynesian
too. Yeah, I can't read this as well as I could when it was over there, but you've got other stuff. I'll try, but right in that in-between spot where my glasses, you know, I got the progressive, so
Yeah.
if I want to read it, I gotta do my head like this, which I hate fucking doing.
Yeah, that makes you look really old.
Yeah, I know. Be looking at my phone like,
A shot though.
yeah, let me grab
But-
that. Gotta get another beer.
And I'll go ahead and talk about that. I think this is something you would really enjoy if you've not checked it out. Fans of like more
Yeah, I might like that.
Americana, but before that term was used so fucking loosely. And I don't know, very, very bluesy. And he plays a lot of resonator guitar. Chris Whitley. Do you guys know Chris Whitley? Oh, I didn't mean to go here, but I mean, while we're sitting here, folks, this Chris Whitley. I know the album Dirt Floor, or On a Dirt Floor, or something like that. I've had that CD for a long time. I was turned on by a couple of guys I play in the band with.
You said
Correct. And not normally the kind of music I listen too much to, but like I really enjoy Chris Whitley. This is the second record, got a proper repress, and I'm guessing this is probably not easily available like before now. And I'm really just getting up or anything. Second studio album, originally released on Columbia in '95. But if you like that kind of shit, I don't know this one as well, but definitely check out Dirt Floor from Chris Whitley. Dirta.
The CEO of my company is called
Get a new
Dirk.
tape in the alcove, somebody.
Oh yeah, they're correct. Oh wait, no, actually, we're just gonna superimpose something.
Just replay that one. Man.
Yeah.
Or you don't have to.
They didn't see the first half, so we might
Yeah,
as well
yeah,
replay it.
Come on, doing that. Yeah. Chris Whitley, the country singer in the early 90s. Yeah, he's got a country tinge to him, but he's not. Oh, yeah. No, not Keith Whitley. Not Keith. I'm pouring one of these shots out. I don't know what you guys are doing. We'd love for you to join us.
Excuse me, that was out loud, wasn't it? I never burp out loud like that in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll do it.
What was I talking about? I got some, dude, folks, I got some weirdos in the like stuff that came out today. Some absolute bonker records that are not. That's probably the most of like stuff you may. No, there's one other one that you may have heard of. Maybe some of you guys know it. Look at this cover first of all. The cover roped me in right off the rip. Right off the rip. This is, and well, that the cover and then the name of the band. Bronzoli. I think the name, no, and the name of the band is the Psychedelic Porn Crumpets. Psychedelic Porn Crumpets. Here. Here's what it describes it as: a mix of sprawling, oratory, psych pop, prog rock, and heavy garage riffs. Australia's Psychedelic Porn Crumpets rose out of Perth's any underground. I don't know what happened to Australia, but all the best music is coming out of Australia.
Man,
It's uncanny.
I've
Like,
always
it's-
been fascinated with Australia, and
Chromie D, what's up?
I pretty much love everything that comes out of that,
Cheers to you, Chromie D.
and to everybody else.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that one kind of roped me in, and I checked out the music. Although that's the most important part. I checked out the music. This shit's killer and really weird. It's like punky at times, proggy at times, and it's kind of weird electronica maybe or something.
Funky Bruce.
Yeah. And then this one. Another absolute wild card. Still need a graphic for that. Psychic Trash. Specializing in the unexpected, Max and Sam have wrought individual sound that's as much post Melvin's sludge punk, and that's what kind of roped me in, as it is futuristic prog metal. What the fuck? And I listened to it, and yup, you can definitely hear that kind of Melvin's sludgy sound at times, and then it goes fucking bonkers. I'm saying like, oh, not like the Melvins, it ends up going weird, but it's weirder than that in different directions. That, man, it's pretty fucking crazy. These are some cool records, because initially when I was searching, I'm like, hey, it looks like I wondered because of record store day, is there not a lot of records going to come out today? And true, not a lot of stuff got put out today, or the selection was not. There was not a lot of top shelf stuff coming out, but the weirdo stuff that I found, I was really happy with. I'd much rather find that stuff, talk about it, than, you know.
Did you?
Steely Dan box set.
Did you buy anything today, either online or going out?
I did.
You went up to King today?
No.
Oh, you bought online?
I bought it while we were streaming earlier.
Oh, that one you looked at. Well, see, I thought when you said, "Oh, it's cost this much," you probably didn't buy it. But
I dropped
Good for you.
little percentage off.
Good for you. Oh, that's right. When you asked me,
I'm starting to. I'm being a little better.
20% off of what?
Yeah.
That's when.
Yeah. I don't do fractions or decimals.
Heard them to fraction.
Yeah, I don't. No, see, when I was in 6th grade, I was out sick for like a full ass week, and that was the time where we learned how to add and subtract fractions, and I literally never learned.
Well, but 20%. I mean, percent literally means per 100. Okay.
Your words are going to fall on deaf ears.
20. How many times does 20 go to 100?
5.
20% is fifth. So how many times does a 5 go into whatever price you're looking at?
Next question.
And then you just take that much off if you're. We did it earlier. You were fine with it.
I I just nodded.
Just remember that percent means per 100.
Sure.
You're good to go.
All right. What's up, HD? Slutting around work? Hell yeah, boy. And finally, a little New York Dolls love. You know we love the dolls over here. A deluxe gatefold set from the New York Dolls featuring the 74 radio broadcast from Radio Luxembourg Borg Studios in Paris, plus ultra rare 1971 demos recorded by the band, then known as Actress. Demo recordings feature Johnny Thunders on guitar and vocals, Arthur Kane, and original guitarist Rick Revitz, later replaced. Doppy. Pretty cool. Cleopatra's putting this out. I'm always looking this shit up.
The Cleopatra?
Correct.
That's big news.
Looking at this shit week in and week out for like reissues and stuff like this that comes out. Cleopatra seems to really step up to the table week in and week out. They've always got some kind of cool either repress of an old like punk or metal shit, or it's like a FM broadcast, or like kind of what would be considered like a kind of a bootlegger kind of thing. They've got something cool coming out all the time, and fairly reasonably priced.
That's a good business model.
I like what they're doing over there. I may send them a Christmas card,
or at least call them up.
Right in that fucking mailbox.
Call them up and say thanks.
Let's get them on the phone.
Got a phone?
Telephone. You know, phone's short for telephone.
Oh, speaking of telephone, the idea you had last night.
About the holiday show?
No, about having a call-in line.
Yeah.
You know what you could do? You could get a landline. They're only like $15 a month. Get a landline so we can I'm sure I can get a hold of like an old school big panel phone. You know, and that way you could actually either pick it up or just use the speakerphone.
There's, 900 channels in the VC where everybody's bringing people up on StreamYard. It's cool, and it's been a lot of fun. And it's not exactly the same thing, but we've had some fun and success doing an old school phoner from time to time. You don't have to worry about setting your camera up or whatever. We actually take a call on the air. There's something kind of special about taking a call on the air.
It'd be so much more special if it was a landline too.
True.
And so you could have that number out there, and then like while you're not doing the show, you just keep the ringer turned off so you don't.
I got that dedicated 911 service coming more at a premium.
Yeah, well, the problem with that is if either one of us needs 911, chances of us being close enough to the phone to use.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are we doing another shot?
When I had to call 911, I happened to have my phone in my pocket, luckily, because I just finished taking a shit. It located me where I was because
strokes make you shit.
Honestly, no, I had a stroke right after I shit, which is pretty common.
Pushing on it.
Yeah.
Downtown.
Exactly.
All that beef jerky you'd be making.
No, it was
thanks to the Rotary 3000 picked up on Black Friday.
It was
at Dick's Sporting Goods.
It was the genetic defect
Route 12,
in my
Kingside Road.
Genetic defect in my vein. It had nothing to do with diet or predisposed conditions.
I've been telling you for years you got bad genetics.
That's what.
The dismissive genetics comment. I've been telling you for years you had bad genetics.
I'm gonna start telling people that whenever they tell like a colleague at work's mom had a stroke recently. I just be like, Carl, you knew she had bad genetics. Come on,
Would
you
say
have the
that.
same genetics.
Would say that. You know what that is? One of my favorite things in television history is those early honeymooners episodes. And you know, those,
yeah. That's right.
Those are all
I was
live.
thinking of what to say.
Yeah, and like, Norton says something to Ralph, and Ralph's like, it's ad lib, and he's trying to either remember their line or come up with something. And sometimes they'll go, ha 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 ha, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You would say that.
would.
You would say that.
You
While he's trying to
would.
think of something. I think that's the fun. Yeah. Also, football town in the USA.
True. Oh, officially, as of today.
Noise gate, cut it off. Is it too much? Did I cut off the noise gate?
It's completely quiet in here otherwise, so you might as well.
I'll cut it off. I'll cut it off.
And since it's off, you might be able to hear the hum of this beautiful CRT in the background, which I can hear. Just a
Classic thunder.
even though the volume's all the way down, which we had a little bit of a time with.
My voice is getting cut off. Thank you, Scotty. Appreciate you paying attention to shit like that. Thank you. Seriously.
Was that like? I hadn't seen that in forever. Oh, okay, you should have. Why'd you cut the camera off? They should have seen that. It's very important. It's like a reset button.
Am I wearing a do? No, it's not a do-rag. It's a knit cap. I found this in a parking lot. It's one of my favorite wintertime caps. It's like a hand-knitted,
Hey, I got an idea.
like low-key, I used to call it my Muslim hat.
We could both wear watch caps.
Not in a disrespectful way.
It's watch
Thought it
cap.
just looked kind of
It's
Muslim.
watch cap night on Grown Men Record
Oh, yeah,
Night.
sure.
But you know what?
Actually, I think I look like Ope on what's
Anthony and Opie.
what's the motorcycle
Actually,
show?
I like this because
Sons of Anarchy. Don't I look like Ope on Sons of
I've
Anarchy?
never watched a single
I
episode
look
of
like
that.
Ope.
Nothing about that show appeals to me.
Ope.
And I have a motorcycle.
This was left on the table from a session last night, I believe, or night before last. Either
Yeah,
way,
that was last night.
a little Faith No More, the music on vinyl shit. Given to me by the
Oh, wait a minute.
the fiance back in the day.
Is Sons of Anarchy the one with Katie Seagal in it?
Yeah,
Okay, I do want to watch
it's
that.
actually a good show. It's corny and actiony, but that's why I love watching fucking Delta Force
Katie Seagal's.
for the same reason.
Katie Seagal's awesome.
I don't want it to be just be what you are.
Speaking of Katie Seagal, it's so funny. Look back at the day, Married with Children, right? And like Al just, seems like he can't stand her. And back in the day, I was like, oh yeah, she looks weird with that beehive in her fashion, and like I can see why he doesn't like her. She's living 20 years in the past. But like, she was and is hot. Like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
was he complaining about? She was always wanting to have sex, and he's like, oh no, the fuck. I didn't get that till I was older.
Maybe it was a low tide type situation. Vag poop. Speaking of which, Vag poop.
Sorry,
is now a
Jake,
friend
I
of the
didn't
program.
warn you first.
Thank you for that. What an appropriate name for an appropriate time for Vag poop to start following the program.
Was it poop or proof?
Pretty sure that was poop.
That kind of describes this program,
Sure.
actually.
Vag poop. Are there other insects that can make your head itch other than lice, or is it like just lice? Lice is the only thing that does stuff like that.
Well, that knit cap could make your head itch because it's forcing your hair down.
Yeah, but this knit cap ain't moving around.
You don't have to move around to itch. My leg itches constantly because I
Shot
have a nerve issue.
The shot start. We'll fix it. This was also left on the table from a session last night.
There you go. It's grainy as hell, but this is brighter. That's acceptable since you're not on it all the time.
Wu-Tang is for the children. Wu-Tang Forever, this reprint, got it from Get On Down Records. 4 LP. I paid some money for this, and I'm
Sure you did.
I've never been
regret it.
happier.
You don't regret
I've
it.
not once ever regretted paying the money for that.
Reginald Daddy.
I've been wanting.
What am I doing with
I got that for Christmas. Just sit it down in the
Oh.
pop. I got it for Christmas the year it came out
That pile's
on like the double CD.
I gotta fix this. Pile's getting a little tilty.
Whoa! Vag Poop with the Prime coming in. Just followed. Just dropped that Prime. Let's get some sub hype in that goddamn chat right now.
This is our local sub hype. Since
Sure.
I mean,
Dude.
I could pull the chat up on my phone, but
Go.
you don't want to see me sitting here doing this the whole time.
Let's go. No, we don't. Officially.
Actually, it might be an improvement over seeing my face.
For the Woo? Oh, my man. Dude, I got a Woo. Where's my Woo patch? What side is it? Can they see it?
Yeah.
Ow.
There you go.
You just dislocated my knee.
It's right here. It's actually
You hold it up, pull it, and pinch it, and hold it.
no, dude. It's coming off a little
You
bit.
said something about that.
It's coming
Can
off.
they see it?
Yeah, they can see it.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
I think you're a liar. Oh, I
It's
didn't put
coming
it
off a little bit. Is that stitched on or ironed on?
stitched.
That one needs to be redone.
Huh. I don't know.
Did you do it?
No, my mom did it for me.
Take her back. She'll
You
fix
talking
it.
shit about how my mom
No, I'm
sews?
just saying it's coming off.
Kind of what it's coming off as.
I don't know what quality
Ron-
thread she uses.
Ron said you're a bad
You should-
seller. You
really,
choose
if you
cheap
want to
thread.
do it right, you should use real animal sinew.
Kind of the way it's coming off. I think my not that kind of tang comment. I didn't catch that.
I didn't either. It's hard for me to. Can you make the text on that bigger?
I can. I did that one night.
Yeah, do that. Make it easier for me to see. See, we have the opposite problem. I can't see far away, but I can see up close really good. He can't see up close, but he can see far away really good. And this is like right in the middle of my up close to
Right
far
now,
away range.
I can't really see very very well at all. No matter where the object would be, unless it's near the preposition.
Are you losing your far? Are you losing your far away vision too?
When I'm on the fucking chewables. Mudhoney live at Third Man Records. Sean Spence requested to cash in some banana bucks and asked for some Mudhoney. I would say, unfortunately, this is all I have on vinyl. I got some of the CDs, but it's fortunate because this is a great record. Recorded live the vinyl right over there at that Third Man Records
Hey, I got an idea.
studio.
Can you pop out that chat and set it on top over here? Because now that the text is so much bigger, I can only see 2 comments. So it's
No, I
easy to miss
can't
something.
do that.
That button
I don't
pops out.
I don't want to do that. It'll fuck it up.
Oh, wow.
You're knob dicking. It'll.
Whatever.
Need a Turbo Negro patch? Dude, there's a Turbo Negro VHS sitting right there. That somebody Aaron Griffin sent. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was a great Mudhoney. I really enjoyed that. I played one song of this, and then we went into the second song. And about halfway through the second song, I'm like, yeah, this is why I wanted to play.
Not fitting the vibe.
This is why I wanted to only play one track. We have to on this day, of course. It's one day of the year. Probably the last time we played any, and it's not because I don't like them at all, but like, Steely Dan, Katie lied. Well, why? Because it's got Black Friday on it, and we've been doing that ever since we started this record night program so many moons ago. 11,
Actually,
12 years.
If you make the font bigger on that, and I can see that over there.
What?
Make the font huge over there.
Huge?
Yeah, because you got this gigantic real estate. Well, not huge. Way smaller than that. That's comically large. Go 2 more smaller.
2 more?
Yeah, I can see that just fine.
Sure. What if I did that? Would I make it any easier?
That clears up the field of view a bit. Now I can see at least 7 or 8.
Or we call that
back.
FOV in the business.
Flame Operation Vehicle.
Mr. Nebulous Prowler cashes the banana bucks. Play one of my favorite records. I think I'm pretty comfortable in saying one of my favorite records in the collection at this point. The Mummies, Tales from the Crypt from back in the 90s. Whatever you call that ghoulish rock and roll, garage revival, maybe even sound. It's got punk kind of hints and shit like that, but it's just a fun time record. And Makes you kind of feel like you're in the 50s at like a party you probably shouldn't be at. That's what it reminds me, or like early 60s or something.
This album's called Katie Lied. Did you
Yeah.
notice this is a Katie Did?
Katie did. Yeah.
Katie Did in the picture.
They used to call Katie Bluntless Katie Did, and then she killed herself.
She's not around anymore.
Well, you know what they say.
Time for another shot.
Life's like animal porn. It's not for everybody.
You know what? Let's have a drink to her.
Sure. Or the other one, actually the one that's like the life's like animal porn. It's not for everybody. That one's really funny, and the other one is like really funny. But like every time I say it, I'm like, huh. It's like if the movie sucks and you're halfway through it, chances are it's not getting any better.
No, that's true.
And that's funny, but then I'm like, oh wait.
But if you're watching Law and Order SVU and you're halfway through, you gotta
Boom, boom.
you gotta figure out who did it,
It's true.
even if it sucks. Here's to Katie.
Here's Katie. I pulled out. I have to get a shout out to our pal Charlie. Charlie was mentioned watching in a program earlier, and he mentioned two bands. It was crazy. He mentioned Steely Dan, which I already had queued up to play, and I was like, oh, that's funny. And he mentioned Bo Diddley, and I'm like, man, you know what? That would really fit the vibe tonight. Would be some Bo Diddley. And so I had to pull a little bit of this fucking Bo Diddley as a gunslinger. This is a repress, but like an older repress, I believe. I would assume it is. Still Chess. What a fantastic album. Bo Diddley is one of my favorite people, and I've been listening to Bo Diddley since middle school. Actually, it probably started with those Bo Jackson commercials. I'm dead ass fucking serious. He was on there. He had that square guitar or whatever the fuck. And I remember asking my mom, who's this dude in this commercial with Bo Jackson? She's like, oh, that's, well, his name's Bo too. I think that's Bo Diddley. And so I immediately,
This is a 1988 repress.
88 repress, thank you. But I immediately, I went up to the fucking, when we went to the record store the next time, I went in and bought a cassette of Bo Diddley and listened to, remember I used to jam that shit? It's actually sitting in there.
It's probably sitting in there.
It's on top of the boombox in the living
It's probably
room.
on top of the boombox in the living room.
But
Does that boombox work?
for radio, yes, the tape drags. You want to fix it? Fix my tapes.
No, you've got much better audio here.
No, but fucking working boombox. Come on. But
You gonna use it?
Yeah, it's cool to like play. If I had another plug right there, just to be able to turn it on and hear like radio out of a boombox.
I would never use it. It's
Come
cool
on,
to
dude.
do, but I would never
Yeah.
do it. I wouldn't
That's
do it
what-
enough to put effort into repair.
I'm telling you, especially like on a road trip, my favorite thing to do now is scan the band for AM stations.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
That's the best way to pass your time on a longer road trip.
I picked up one time a baseball game out of like Cleveland.
We
or
call it
something.
b-ball around here.
Out of Cleveland, and like discovered that listening to something like baseball on the radio it's a whole different thing because
It's the best.
yeah, because you're picturing it in your head if you got a good commentator, of course, you're picturing it in your head as it happens. But you also have to like keep okay. You can't just look and see what out it is or what strike it is or who's on where.
Sure.
So you got this. It's like making your brain work to kind of keep track of what's going on. It's stimulating, I might say.
And that's when you have to be a really good broadcaster. That's why I've always called when I have to do the solo shows, I call it the Vin Scully show. Vin Scully did broadcast baseball. He covered the Dodgers for, I don't know, 40 years, whatever the fuck, by himself. So it wasn't like Harry Carey and Steve Stone. He didn't have the guy to like, he didn't have anybody to bounce things off of. And it's kind of like here. Like if I'm bouncing things, I can do this for 12 hours. Literally. But like if it's by myself, there hits a point where I'm like, all right.
Oh, speaking of AM, I've refound my little transistor shortwave radio the other day.
Go stand on the other side of the ring.
I don't have a glove.
I'll give you the glove. You go stand on the other side of the ring.
Nah, we'll break something. There's too much in here that might break.
You know what split finger is?
Yeah. Fastball.
Nope. It's a breaking pitch. That's pretty fast for a breaking pitch.
Oh, well, I was wrong.
Got a severe, sharp down drop. Maybe even a little bit of a.
I like the 2-finger stink ball.
Still do that, Mikey, AM and FM, but AM, I like to find stations from other cities. Farthest was Salt Lake one night. Yeah, we can routinely get like New York City and Detroit here.
Is that where do you live?
Chicago.
Chicago. I didn't know that.
It's Vance.
I don't.
Come on.
I can't remember people's names or where they live. It's a function of my brain. Anyway, so I'm just Salt Lake to Chicago. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but like we routinely get New York and Detroit here.
You know what I find fucking amazing, and I can pick it up on my little shortwave radio. It's an audio signal, but I've got a couple of atomic clocks in my house, and a few people don't know this. The way those work is they actually have a little radio receiver built in, and it picks up a signal from the WWV station in Boulder, Colorado, that broadcasts 24/7.
Yeah.
And so they sync themselves once or twice a day, however you have it set. So living in Raleigh, North Carolina, my clock sets itself based on a radio signal from Boulder, Colorado.
That will never not be cool.
It's cool as fuck.
It'll never not be cool.
I think shortwave is what got me interested in radio so much.
Oh yeah, shortwave's fantastic. Pulled this bitch out, little Black Flag loose nut. Probably the last thing I picked up in the Black Flag collection.
You said Black Flag on accident.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
It was a slip of the tongue. It's okay.
85 SST. Couldn't remember the year. I know it's later, getting toward the end of the Henry Rollins shit. But I dig this record a lot. And that fucking song, Annihilate This Week, I used to play it going to work on Monday morning. Get fucking pumped up, like Annihilate This fucking week. Boom.
Was it you who said you didn't like the Rollins bands, or was that Carl?
I didn't think I liked going back and listening to that stuff much. But no, I did. I've always been a fan.
I hadn't heard it in forever, but
I've always been a fan.
I used to listen to that shit to get psyched up for games in high school.
But
have that on my headphones in the locker room, put my cleats on.
I wish it was more. I've always wished, ever since I was in high school, I wish it was more riff based, rather than
more his voice.
Well, no, but there's like a lot of like wah pedal, Michael
right.
But I would rather hear like a like a not even it's not that fucking Metallica or nothing, just some sort of
maybe with like some Phantomas style riffs in the background.
I just want to hear some sort of like riff structure underneath that fucking shit. But anyway, I still dig it though.
I think you might say Oberly, book back nobly.
Liar and Disconnect, like those songs are fucking,
yeah, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. No, that's what else I used to listen to back in the day. Get psyched up for soccer. I had a playlist of getting psyched up for games.
I've been in 3 bands that covered that song.
And man, Dwayne, God, he'd have his headphones on. He would get so into it. You literally, we're on the same team. We're boys. We all love each other. But for 2 hours before the game, you could not talk to Dwayne. He wouldn't even look you in the eyes. Because he was the goalie. He was hard. We had a goalie that used to get red carded almost every 3 or 4 games. He'd get red carded for hurting somebody. The goalie was hurting people.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
He's a tough motherfucker. He probably still is pretty tough, I guess.
He's still pretty tough. He's a man of the cloth now.
Oh, he's not as likely to beat you up.
Yeah. He's found that fucking Holy Spirit.
You remember that story about him? He got into it with somebody at a gas station one night.
Circle K Bandit.
The guy comes over to the back of his car and like pulls out a tire iron. And Dwayne walks up to the guy, gets in his face, grabs it out of his hand, and says, "What are you going to do with that?" Multiple witnesses verify the story.
Yeah. One of the better hard rock records of all time. Blue Cheer. It's that first Blue Cheer record.
What's that title? Vulgaris Rupture?
It's Latin.
Visibus eruptum. So it is eruptum.
It is eruptum.
Somebody tell us what that means. Who's
Oh, you're a Latin guy.
I took it in college, but
did you really? You
took
Latin in college?
Yeah, because I was going for a science degree, and I thought maybe that'll help me because there's so much Latin used in science. No, it was fucking conversational Latin.
Yeah, I don't know what press this is, by the way, but one of the most important hard rock records of all time, if not the. I mean, it's up there. It's a top 3.
It's the D press.
Dude.
Get it? I'm gonna build you a little device that you can carry on with you that whenever you want, so you can just trigger that. You do this. You just hit it in your pocket, and when it starts playing, you just do this until it stops.
That would be quite lovely. I wish you would do
I
that.
think I might try.
That'd be lovely.
It'd be pretty simple, I think.
It means controlled chaos. Okay, see? Bill coming in with that fucking knowledge.
Nice.
And Bill's a TV guy. That's what TV people
Did you
smart.
look that up, Bill, or did you just know Latin?
He's a TV guy. So he's just smart. He's a smart guy. Bill worked in television. Smart guy. Oh, and we're still going. Boom. Digging a week from a couple weeks ago, the Stranglers, No More Heroes.
He looked it up.
Absolutely. In my opinion, I have one other Stranglers record. It's Stranglers 4, which is a combination of some of the early UK stuff. This is their official first record, I think, and I think it's better than that, even though I love the other one, and this is just a great record. I can't recommend this record enough. If you've never heard this record, and maybe I should have heard this record a long time ago, sure, but this is fantastic. It's fantastic.
Why does it say property of Mary's vagina on the back?
No. There's only one vagina.
Did I say vagina? I meant to say vagine.
There's only one vagina.
Hey,
There can be only one.
please observe the modesty panel inserted into that leotard. You see that line at the crotch? It's a modest. There's lines at the boobs too. It's got a lining.
New band name, nobody steal it. Modesty panel. Yeah, sure. Will you grab a beer? You need a beer?
I need a beer too.
Oh, I need a beer.
I'm gonna take the jacket off.
Jacket
These
off.
studio lights make
Jacket off. Jacket.
These studio lights make it kind of warm in here.
Nope. People tell me these are all LEDs.
I know.
These are no heat.
It was a joke.
Dude, people tell me that all the time.
It was a joke.
Oh, it gets hot in here with these lights.
What makes
I'm
it
like,
hot in here is the fact that there's
it's
zero
the
air
PC
circulation.
The PC.
Oh, the PC is putting out probably 600 watts of
700 watts.
700 watts of heat. Well, 700 watt power supply. Is it drawing that much?
Oh.
No, but you can feel the heat coming off of it.
It's a beast. It's a beast.
Not as beastie as mine. Mine's better. I got a 900 watt power supply. I'll probably only ever draw.
It's getting hot. Yeah.
I had this wild fun. What's the word I'm looking for?
Reginald Denny.
No reason for urge today, because there was a processor on sale,
Processor.
and I was like, man,
A meat processor? Given your last statement.
I've got a 6-core. That was an 8-core.
Oh, processor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo the whole setup at some point, and I'm looking forward to it. But
Did you have a 2060 or 2070?
I got a 2070.
That's probably still good for a while.
If it wasn't for like streaming and playing,
True.
it would be a different story.
I never played games and streamed. I did stream a bit, but my 1080 is 14.
I'll be honest with you.
1440p, man, 240 hertz, and it still runs AAA games.
I don't like gaming like a poor. I like gaming like somebody that's literally all they do other than go to work. Which, I mean,
I've got a
Hello?
I've got a PC that like maybe 3 or 4 years ago people would have considered upper end spec, and it still runs great. Of course, that card is 10 years old.
I didn't see what's happening.
Why did it say paused? Chat paused, dude. You have to scroll all the way to the bottom.
I'm looking over there. This is dying. I need nicotine.
That doesn't help me.
I might pass away from
Actually, no, I can read it over there as well.
I blame Thanksgiving. Dude, I've said that quite a few times. And the last program record we played was one of my holy absolute grails of the last several years, a Nebulous Prowler, the fucking Mitch. Talk about being a Mitch.
He's a Mitch.
He's a Mitch. Who a few times now has sent like top things off of my fucking want list. Which is crazy. The Flipper, Devil's Witches, this one right here. There's a first Devil's Witches. Velvet Magic.
Show the poster. It looks like an advertisement for the original Hitachi Magic Wand, if anybody knows what that is.
Yeah. Ding Dong America.
I was married to a woman who enjoyed those.
Ding Dong America.
Too much information, sorry. But hey.
But that's a fucking...
But hey, those things...
In fact, I left that back up on the table because we only got to play one song off of it, and the second song came in, the one that's got that riff on it, and I'm like, oh, we got to stop that, and we'll make that the first thing we play coming back because I love it that fucking much.
Oh yeah, it's right there, queued up.
Yeah, it's queued up and ready to go.
All we gotta do is push play,
and that's what we play. Oh, I need to fire up. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Why did that shit just reset over there?
I don't know why that. I hit a button. I need to get the fucking marbles lined up though. Boom. We'll run a little marbles before dig of the week. I got a couple of things to talk about.
I gotta grab the chat for this. I gotta get into that.
You got anything for dig of the week?
I don't have any records.
When's the last time you went record shopping? When's the last time you went record shopping?
Oh wait, let me. Last time I went record shopping. You know what? Oh, okay. I was gonna say New York City, but no. I was in Wilson.
That long ago?
I was in Wilson a couple of weeks ago, and I went by a thrift store.
Wolfson.
And they had jack shit of anything that I wanted. But I did shop for records.
Butt shop.
That was probably a month ago.
Sure. Exclamation point vote to the number of the track you would like to run, folks. I'm like hiccuping and burping at the same time. Or
how do you even choose a track? I mean,
choose. Just based off the name. I don't know.
I don't even look at the names. I just.
You don't look at the names. You just choose a number.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's how you vote. That's cray, brah. I'm putting you fucking. I need to.
Are you putting me on notice?
I need some nicotine. I gotta get some nicotine.
Okay. Actually, I'd like to.
Or if you hand me there's a purple vape on.
Now's a good time for me to go have a smoke while we run the marbles. I can watch outside.
Okay, well I'll do the thing.
Actually, you know what?
Let's
just have a smoke right here.
No.
Ah.
No. That's bad for ratings.
We don't have to be on camera. We can have the race run. We can just sit here and have a smoke, so we can still chat.
This is sweeps.
It's not sweeps.
It is sweeps.
Is it?
We're right in the middle of sweeps.
You guys mind if we have a smoke right here?
No smoke. You should have a vape.
I don't really.
Looks like this one's
Miss Hughes said let me smoke.
No.
Miss Hughes right.
I'll let you smoke. You want to smoke?
Whoa! I did not expect that. Hell yeah, dude. We can smoke right here on air. And we can encourage any young people to watch. Don't do this.
We do warn people.
Do we have any young people to watch?
We did. It looks like number 23.
Hey, that's the one I voted for. Oh, hey, I just see, scrolling back a bit, Miss You've got a little shortcut. All you gotta do is exclamation point V and the number.
V? Yeah. Oh, is that right?
Evidently, she voted 23. Scotty voted 23. I voted 23.
Exclamation point.
Neb Prowler voted 23. Neb did that before I voted, and that number just came to my head. So maybe that was serendipity.
Sure. Now it's play.
Oh, it's play.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just do exclamation point P? I'm not gonna risk it.
Don't risk it.
I don't want to miss.
You got to do vote. She says you're faded.
Well, she just put exclamation point.
She was drinking and walking on the treadmill.
She missed the OTE is what happened. She went to type the OTE and missed it. Well, I like exclamation point when. It's a good one.
All right. Get in here, folks. Get a good one.
If you ain't here yet, you should get here soon.
That could be quite a... I like that. Could that be the...
Thanks, I just came up with it.
Could that be the slogan for next year? We'll be coming up.
It's a little long for a slogan.
A little long for a slogan. If I had a friend named Logan, I would call him Logan the Slogan.
That's the other one. Seat of the Pants Lance.
Or Vance. I'll call Vance Seat of the Pants Vance. Yeah. Oh, all the time. There's a purple vape sitting on the first reclining area. I think we're getting ready to run this fucking race.
Are we getting ready to run the Jewels?
We're gonna run the Jewels.
Have I heard them before? Are they any good?
They're fantastic.
Yeah.
Killer Mike and LP? Hell yeah. Here we go. We're running this shit. Oh, it's almost dead too. Holy shit.
It's almost what?
What the fuck is my life? Have we ran this one before? No. We don't have a record for us.
I don't remember seeing anything like this. Of course, I miss a lot of stuff.
Whoa. Look at this.
Oh, that's cool as fuck.
Look at the plants behind them. I like this one. Somebody remember this one.
This one's wonderful.
Remember this one.
Do they always stay the same number, or do the names and numbers and maps change?
Farm. I like farms.
I like that farm.
I like farms a lot.
I'm pretending like this is some sort of this is some sort of an intricate irrigation system.
Right. Correct.
And whoever gets first waters the plants and wins the money food. You feed your fellow villagers, and that's how you win the game.
Oh yeah, and the ones that don't die, and you get to watch them just like suffer death from.
Well,
Earth.
the thing is, if there's not enough food, you get to choose who doesn't get to eat.
I like to choose.
If you win the race, you get to choose who doesn't eat.
Skinny artist coming in here, like low key, and just kind of sliding away with this thing.
Just get away with it.
What's happened?
Oh, made it past those little obstacles.
What is this?
Oh, that's cool. It's like a lottery ball.
No, it's into the Dyson. She's into the Dyson.
The what?
She's in the fucking Dyson.
What, the vacuum?
Yeah, sure. The Tornado, or whatever it's called.
I think that's just a lottery ball.
Lottery ball? You do that.
Ooh, this looks dangerous.
Oh, wait. You don't want to get caught scissoring.
Nah, you got to make it right through that one if you want to stay in the lead.
What do you say?
Oh, shit, that's the best possible outcome. Who
Look
said?
at this. Walking it down. Holy shit, look at this lead. Folks.
Did you see that luck? Oh, missed it. Good. Still miss it again.
Need a little bump.
Miss it. Oh no.
Bump.
Oh no.
She could stand a bump.
If they get caught on the back side of that, they're gonna get swept around.
Oh no. Butted choose.
Skinny artist wins.
Nah. Official results.
No, it turned green.
Nope. Official results.
I got fourth. What'd you get?
Left out.
You ain't done yet.
Literally last place.
It only shows the top 10, though. Are there more than 10 people?
No. It was 11. I know 12.
Yeah, it only shows the top 10 right there on the edge. Oh my God, you're about to get last place for real, though.
I'm up here fucking licking walls and shit.
You're licking windows is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Show it from top. How stuck are you? You're getting dude, you're getting cycled around and around.
I mean, I'm really familiar with that process.
Oh, there you go. You're not completely last.
I'm not as bad as Scotty though.
Poor Scotty.
I'm not as bad as Scotty. That's all.
You gotta try better
They
next time.
didn't even let him finish.
You gotta try better next time, Scotty.
Skinny artist coming in with a fucking stalwart performance. Jesus Christ, this may have been one for the ages. 159.
159.
Good time. Good time.
That's the local record now, isn't it?
Sure, yeah. Local record.
Record holder.
I didn't open this fucking window if you're not gonna fucking smoke a cigarette.
I'm about to. We were playing the game.
I don't want to freeze to death over here.
Are you really cold?
No, that's why I got the
course
fucking.
not, you're cold.
Got the battle jacket on. Little dig of the week action coming up. I am gonna need you to hand me a couple of 45s right there.
1945.
Those nope, no, they're not.
Where?
On the top, the very top of anything.
Oh.
Yep.
Right now?
Yep.
Or you want me to hand you progressively through the evening?
No, I just got 2 of those. I don't have a whole bunch.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
That's why you have squirrels in the house, because they're attracted to tapping.
Yeah, I can't help it.
They're attracted to tapping and clapping, and that's why you got a squirrel. He has squirrels living.
I ain't got no squirrels. Here's the thing.
Squirrels living under one of the recliners.
Here's the thing about it. I ain't got no squirrels.
You got squirrels living under that
Wait a
recliner.
minute. No squirrels.
Pretty sure you got squirrels. I saw them yesterday. There's 3 of them. They're almost as big as cats. They're huge squirrels.
Oh. I like cats. I like squirrels too. You're smoking in here.
Have one of those. Dude, 1 cigarette every 6 months is not going to have an impact on this room.
Sure.
Besides, you said you had one every now and then.
I don't know anything about any of that.
No, that's right. You don't smoke cigarettes. You think that's healthier?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
No way.
It's not healthy, but it's healthier. And like snooze is 100%.
No, there's actually been a lot of stuff coming out lately that
There's
says...
some long weird shit that goes on.
There is some stuff coming out lately that says vaping... I mean, they've always said it's not a safe alternative, but there's some studies that...
They've officially said a safer alternative for a while.
Yeah, they said that for a while, but
Yeah.
it's not really true. It may even be worse.
But I know the difference between...
Okay, so the reason people think this is okay, because a lot of these are the liquid based, like propylene glycol, which
Yeah.
is safe for human consumption, is in a lot of stuff, processed foods, highly processed foods, but
Does it emulsify?
no, I don't think it does. Well, it depends on what you mix it with. Anyway, it's safe for consumption, so what's safe, quote unquote, just like brominated vegetable oil, which you're about to outlaw. When it's in your gut and going through your system, okay. There's no studies by the FDA or anybody else that says what happens when you inhale it into your lungs.
Right.
And it looks like it's a little less...
No, it's dicey. It's dicey.
It's a little less safer than we thought.
But I know the difference between like hork slamming cigarettes and like moving around normal everyday life versus not doing that and vaping instead. Feels different.
I vaped for a long time.
But like going upstairs and fucking...
I swear my lungs felt more clogged from vaping than they do from smoking.
Really? I think some people have a specific reaction to it. Like whatever the chemicals are that you're talking about, I think some people's lungs have a specific like reaction to
Yeah,
that.
that may be true.
Yeah.
Maybe I developed an allergy.
Allergerin.
Speaking of developing an allergy...
But let me ask you something. Do you think Biktarvy is right for you?
I don't know. I don't know what it is or what it's supposed to do, so... That's not my biggest gripe with all these prescription commercials, but like, they don't fucking tell you what it is or what it does. They're just like, oh, do you sometimes think it's cloudy when it's really sunny outside? Well, no, but maybe you need this. Well, maybe I do. What if I did think it was cloudy and it really wasn't?
I need all kinds of stuff.
Sun Records.
So me and Carl the Envelope, he was here on the program last weekend, and what ended up happening, we didn't really tell the story. I mean, probably did. We did tell the story. I did during the week at least.
During the week, but it's not been a Friday since that happened, so...
Correct.
If you only tune into GMRN, if you only tune into Grown Record Night, official, not GMRN, but Friday night Grown Record Night, then you won't know the story.
Sure. The program show.
The program show.
So Carl was here last Friday. We get up on Saturday morning. Wasn't too crazy. We weren't too bent out of shape, and had a couple of cups of coffee. We watched a couple of those G.I. Joe episodes on
good.
Tubi.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh,
Good stuff.
we're in the Serpentor years. You don't like Serpentor?
I like Serpentor fine. I'm not sure I like his cartoon years. That's when G.I. Joe started
Sergeant
going
Slaughter. It was like the Sergeant Slaughter thing.
That's when G.I. Joe started going from, oh, this is an elite army thing. Forget the cartoons, the toys. It's like, yeah, that's kind of a army jeep. But then they started getting these like weird... The storylines got all... Serpentor was like half snake.
No, he was man-made.
Whatever.
It was like a genetic experiment, which, sure.
He was a genetic experiment that was half snake. He was Serpentor, remember?
I told this story to somebody, but one of the best nights of my life. Because Serpentor...
We were talking about that the other day.
Serpentor, the figure, which I loved because it was fucking gold and
It
green.
was a cool looking toy.
Gold and green. It came with like a little chalice.
Yep.
like a gold chalice. But you could only get it if you sent away for it. And there's something to be said for sending away for
You had to
something.
save up points.
You had to proofs of purchases.
Proofs of
so you had to buy
purchases.
other guys.
Yep.
And by buying other guys, you earned enough proofs of purchases, which I was already doing.
There's one of the Cobra
send
Commanders
away.
that was the same way, right? The silver face.
The hooded one or not?
It was one of the two. It was either the hood or the silver face you had to save up for.
The fridge was like that. And Sergeant Slaughter. I think Sergeant Slaughter you had to send away for.
May have been.
But so anyway, I sent away for him. And when he came in the mail, it was a Friday afternoon. Get off that fucking school bus, come inside. My mom's like, Michael, there's a package come for you. And I'm like, Serpentor.
You knew exactly what it was.
And I'm
You
like-
were only expecting one package for the past 2 months.
And I'm like busting it open. And then she's like, I think we're going to the drive-in movie tonight if you want to. And I'm like, huh. And so two of my favorite things in the entire world was my family like driving to the drive-in movie theater. And then as we're like parking and there was still like, you know, the movie hadn't started or whatever. It's just like,
You were just hanging out in the car.
yeah, with normal ambience of a drive-in movie theater, which is awesome.
Your dad was probably had something playing on the JVC head unit.
Possible. But I'm in the back of the car playing with Serpentor on his chalice. So I'm in the drive-in parking lot.
It was a flying chalice too, wasn't it? No, not a chalice.
Excellent!
You drink from a chalice. You fly in a chariot.
Chariot.
Chariot, yeah.
Sergeant Slaughter was like that. My neighbor sent away for it. Yeah. But I always said one of the cooler things is, you remember what the Wesleyan school? It's a private school up here in High Point.
Yeah.
Wesleyan Christian
I
Academy.
actually drove past it today.
Yeah. They used to have this yard sale.
Oh, there was a guy there.
Every year they had this yard sale one weekend, and it filled this entire huge parking lot. It was a huge thing. This one kid had this tackle box, like the old school like Plano tackle boxes. You open it up no, this way, and it would do like stair step.
Yeah.
He had it like unfolded, the big one stair step, but in the holes he had all these GI Joe figures, and he had a lot of stuff. The stores around here, Kmart and Roses. And fucking Mans and Best Products
Sky
and like
City.
Sky City. None of them had these guys. They all had the same guys, and a lot of these guys were not around. And I could only get it from this guy once a year, so I would have a fucking list and go up there like buying shit like that you couldn't find in the stores here. That was so fucking.
Oh yeah, Refrigerator Perry. Yeah, he did have
Yeah.
a GI Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. I had both of them. I think I sent away for all three of those. But anyway, that was a good time. What were we doing? Oh yeah. So me and Carl, we wake up on Saturday. We watch a couple of G.I. Joe episodes with a couple of cups of coffee. Everything's feeling pretty nice. You start to hear that little grumbly in the belly. So we go up to Jay Butler's, this like bar and grill.
Pretty good place.
Nice draft beer. I'll say that. They got natural light on draft up there. It tasted like beer flavored Kool-Aid. There wasn't a drop of carbonation in this entire fucking thing. And I didn't say nothing.
You should have said something.
I'm not a say something.
I didn't know that.
I know. I'm not a say something guy. I just drank that fucking beer. But anyway.
I just want to let him know. I'll be like, I'm gonna drink this beer, but just so you know.
So 1 o'clock in the afternoon, me and Carl have a burger and a fry and a beer, and then it's literally in the same shopping center as King Records. So I wasn't really in the market for records at this point. Like, I'm just, it's not what I was planning on doing. But we're literally in the shopping center, and I've not went and seen Jerry in a long time. But I feel bad about like not going in there
Jerry?
and buying fucking
Everybody loves the Jerry.
$70 worth of records, but I wasn't trying to do that. Anyway, I did pick up some stuff. One of the things after I was checking out, he's got a small section of 7 inches at the front of the underneath, and there was one like kind of modern record. He was like, oh, I was like, what is this? And he told me something about him. He's like, other than that one, all those in there are $1. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, because I really been honing in on those 7 inches this year, and I saw the label obviously, and I'm like, well, that's Sun. What's that? What's a Johnny Cash record?
He just recreated one of the original shots. You had your face in the hole.
I Love You Because and Straight A's in Love. And I thought it was going to be a couple of sappers, but it's not. These are they're good Johnny Cash tunes. They're like I mean, they move it along. Yeah, I mean, they move it along down the road. They're not sappers. They're not sappers at all. But at the end of the day, I picked up 2 45s up there, and Jerry was like, "Oh, I'll do both of those for $1." So 50 cents for this, first of all. And I got this other one for 50 cents as well. Comes in a company sleeve, a little picture sleeve actually. And I'm pretty sure I'll own the record, but I'm not gonna pass this up for 50 cents. Grand Funk's "Walk Like a Man," which is a jammer of a fucking song. I love this shit. The B-side, meh, not so much maybe, but it's okay.
I think it's pronounced beef side.
Beef side.
Beef.
But a nice little company sleeve.
Oh, my soul to the company sleeve.
Yeah. And it's 50 cent, man. You can't fucking sleep on that. You can't front on that. And then finally, like Jerry,
Cantrell?
no, he
Different Jerry.
this was a Record Store Day thing, but from the spring, I believe. And he ordered too many of these records or whatever.
He does that a lot, doesn't he?
They didn't sell like what he thought he was or like whatever, and these were like, some of them were discounted and then marked down. These were just all half price. And I went through a lot of them. There was cool stuff in there, but even at half price, a lot of them were like, I don't like it that much. Like, I don't even really like it $20 worth. Sure. But there was only one of these in there, and when I bought it, I played half so far, and it's definitely one of my top purchases of this year.
Is this what I think it's going to be?
It's one of my top purchases of this year.
It's not what I thought. Oh, but yeah, that's good.
Tonight Longhorn, which is it's a double LP with a bunch of live shit. 79, 80, 1980. Yeah, I guess I want to say it came out last Record Store Day, and maybe he ordered too many that didn't quite pop. But it was, I mean, it wasn't like, it was like 35, and then I got half of that.
$15 or $17.50?
Huh?
$17.50 for that?
Yeah. So $17.50
yeah.
for this. And
I would have paid $20 for it.
I looked up on Amazon. It's like $44, $44.95 or something like that right now. Yeah, it's really good, Scotty, and it's actually done by Reflex Records. And the sound quality for a live show, for some live do, is incredible. I think the fidelity. Maybe we didn't talk about this, but
well, the fidelity.
we got some new speakers here in the in the studio, courtesy of Cameron. Tell us about these speakers.
I talked about it earlier this week, but not on.
Tell us what
Friday
we were
night.
listening on, and now.
I'm gonna try to not shit talk techniques so much as I have been, because there have been some good times with some Technique speakers.
Absolutely.
But they're really muddy and everything just sounds like it's coming out of one source. These little NHTs, man. Now hear this speakers.
So what model are we talking about here?
These are the Super Ones.
Super Ones.
Yeah, I don't know which iteration, first gen, second gen. They're up to like Super One 2.1 now. 2.1 meaning the iteration.
And they're smaller speakers.
They're about
They're
10,
like
10 inches by 8 inches by 5 inches.
When I see a speaker, I think like reference.
They're bookshelf speakers.
Bookshelf reference type speakers.
But they weigh like 10 pounds.
Yeah, they're
each,
really heavy.
and they sound amazing. There's budget. If you're really into good sound and you don't want to spend $500 on a pair of speakers, you can get a pair of these for $300. A pair of the new generation for $300. You can pick these up used for a pair, probably $100.
Hell yeah. Yeah, they sound great. Plus, we got a big ass sub. Like, what was it, 18? Is that an 18 or a 15?
I don't know how
It's a
big.
huge sub.
It's a huge sub.
We got a big sub tuned in just right with an EQ in the loop there.
Game changer.
Yeah. So you can get away with some super accurate, like reference type speakers, and you throw that sub on the bottom end. Audiophiles are probably rolling over, but
Well, these have a 6.5 inch woofer anyway, so these
Yeah.
on their own put out pretty decent bass. But
yeah, they're not.
if you got a sub, frickin' use it. Put it in there. Crank the frequency way down. What do you want? You want to show them?
Yeah. Are you going to go? There's no light over there. There's no light over there.
Can you see that at all?
No. That's a little better.
Wait.
Oh, there we go.
They're a little dusty. They've been in my garage for a year or two because I have a whole set of different ones. So these were not doing anything but gathering dust.
But they sound great. Grape.
Actually, I got these free with a receiver I purchased a few years back. I'd never even heard of these before, but I bought a receiver from Craigslist, and the person was like, "Oh, it comes with 2 speakers," which was a surprise. When I came to pick up the receiver, I did not expect to get speakers.
Sure.
And I put them in, and I used them. And Dave actually came over.
Dave.
He doesn't remember that I'm the reason he knows about these.
Oh, wait. Oh, fuck, dude. I fucked up.
What?
I don't have a soda.
Oh, I was wondering about... No, we do have a soda.
Let's do it.
Yeah, no kidding. That's
Let's
good.
do it.
Anyway, so he had come over to the house at one point, and I had these playing, and we've both always been into, like, good quality audio. It's
Sure.
important to us. And he has since bought, like, 3 sets of these. And the ones I own now, I bought a whole set of 5 of these from him. So that's what I'm using now, because he had bought a different set and he sold me his old ones. But these are the ones I got for free with that receiver I bought.
They really do sound
Now,
good.
one of them has a defect. If you crank it, it pops a little bit when it's cranked. But you don't hear it at all if you're at low levels. So I don't know if it's a bad spot in the coil. I don't know what it is.
Coal oil.
It doesn't need. I took it apart, make sure nothing wasn't touching the back of the woofer, nothing's rattling inside. But yeah, me too.
Bah.
You need a beer.
Oh, a beer?
You're out of beer.
We should do a soda speak, though.
Yeah, I'll go grab the sodas.
Then I'm going to need some time to set up the nachos, so you're going to have to tell the story.
No, you can actually do that. I'll set up the nachos. Or did you got your special way to do it?
No. If you want to do it,
No, you got your special.
I can
way.
tell you. I can tell you what to put on it.
You could just direct me if you want.
Okay.
Went. But let me go do.
Well, we got to take a commercial break.
Oh, let's take a commercial break.
Commercial break.
Ugh,
It's for Football Town in America.
I'm just gonna take a piss right here.
No.
I got a bucket. It's not gonna go on the floor.
We've been down the bucket road in the VC before.
Actually, you got a 5-gallon bucket out front.
It didn't work
Dude,
out. Huh?
You got a 5-gallon bucket. You know how many times we could piss in a 5-gallon bucket without having to empty it?
3, 4.
We don't even have to leave the room tonight. Consuela?
Dennis looks after those right now.
Stick around.
I'm gonna call Pete.
Hey, make sure you dial 10-10-3-2-1 first.
Why?
Because it saves me moolah.
Really?
Yeah, and it's half price for all calls over 20 minutes.
Half?
Sorry, I kind of fucked that up. Fuck, hold up, dude. What the fuck is going on? Now I'm getting pissed off.
Sky Commanders, where all the action is above the ground, each sold separately with a figure, as Battle Track Protector sets his defense.
Battle track locked!
High above, the evil Jackal Raider takes aim.
Sky Commander, head for cover! Nice, Jackal! Miss me, Raider! Rapid deployment! Counterattack! Charge!
Sky Commanders, protectors of the high frontier.
Got him! Yeah!
Battle Track Protector comes with everything seen here. Other vehicles sold separately. New from Kenner.
I'm gonna call Pete.
Hey, make sure you dial 10-10-3-2-1 first.
Why?
Because it saves me moolah.
Really?
Yeah, and it's half price for all calls over 20 minutes.
Half price? That's a lot. What about monthly fees?
No fees, no hidden charges.
Here, look how low my phone bill is.
Wow, 10-10-3-2-1 does save a lot.
Don't bother calling.
Why not?
You just lost.
Dial 10-10-3-2-1.
Move over, bacon. Now there's something meatier. Delicious sizzling.
Fake bacon?
Mom's sizzling is real meat.
No soy, no fillers?
Sizzling is real meat. A lot more meat to eat in every package because it's 50% leaner than bacon.
Delicious.
Move over, Bacon! Now we're something meatier!
Delicious, real meat sizzling.
Sizzling for breakfast in original pork or tasty beef.
Just last night, I was lost in the jungle with Pitfall Harry, surrounded by giant scorpions and man-eating crocodiles.
Well, Harry and I just grabbed the van, swung through the trees, and over the tar pits and found the jungle treasure. It was really neat.
If you haven't met Pitfall Harry, you're missing the year's most incredible video game adventure. Pitfall for the Atari 2600 and in television.
Since I met Pitfall Harry, no other man will do.
Pitfall, designed by David Crane for Activision.
Ladies and gentlemen, I implore you, thanks for staying with us here on Grown Man Record Night. A lot of fun tonight. A lot of big-time business. That Husker Du. Oh, boy, that shit's fucking fire. That shit's fire. Why's it so low? Why's the mic so low? Chuck, Charlie. Chuck and my own Charlie. 489-12 Charlie. Set hut. Set hut. But let's get into the fucking. We gotta get into a so to speak first.
So to speak.
We were born to rock. I don't know about you guys. We were fucking born to rock over here. So what are we going to do for a little, so to speak, tonight? This may have slipped through the cracks, as I was so focused on the nachos, I may have possibly forgotten about the soda aspects of the program. But here we are. And it just so happens I have an absolutely delicious and kind of go-to soda pop in the refrigerator. Lickety-split. Boom.
Sprung new on me. I just had one of these yesterday or the day before.
And
quality soda.
And to be if I do that one more time, this desk is gonna get fucking flipped.
Why don't we just set those out of your reach?
Sure. If you're in the southeast particularly, or during your travels, you may have ran across a groceteria by the name of Food Lion.
A really weird name for a grocery store.
Food Lion, correct. Roar!
Started out as Food Town.
Yep, my dad
became Food World.
Different
Food
place.
World's different than Food Lion?
That's a different, yeah, my dad worked for all three of those.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. And Bilo.
Correct.
And probably something else.
And Lowe's. And
Lowe's is also a southeast based. I think they're South Carolina or Georgia.
No, here.
Winn-Dixie is Florida. I drove past there.
We don't have them here anymore. That was our store.
Yeah, I drove past. Yeah, that was before Food Line. There was Winn-Dixie.
Is it
here.
Food Line closing up stores? It's possible.
I don't know,
but
man.
This is what
seemed pretty strong to me.
And we used to be really big into this at certain points of doing, so to speak, is what we called the store brand challenge. We did that with chips as well. But a lot of stores have, where I would kind of prefer the store brand over a national, especially. Excuse me. Especially for the difference in price.
What was that, a hiccup or a...
Yeah.
I get those sometimes. Where I'll just...
I have violent hiccups.
It's not like a hiccup necessarily, but I'll be like...
I call them...
I don't know what it is. It's like a reverse ackle.
I call them Melmacian hiccups.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway... So what we have tonight here is... I don't even drink diet soda pops during the week. I'm normally just a water guy. But... since I've been on vacation, had some days off, I'm like, you know what? I like having a soda pop
Treat
around.
yourself.
Treat yourself. So this is the Food Line store brand Diet Cola. Not a fucking sexy ass, so to speak. But
I'd rather have one of those than a Diet Coke for sure.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that.
I would. I don't like Diet Coke.
Lots of bite. And that's what I love. I would say it's actually right in the middle between a Diet Coke and a Diet Pepsi.
This is how you do it.
Yeah, it's Carl in it. Carl City.
I'm trying not to set it down on your mouse pad so it doesn't get messed up.
Yeah, sure.
Give them a shot of the mouse pad.
The mouse pad is chalked.
It's so chalked, it's like curling up, and the foam is separating from the cloth.
The next one will be this entire part of the desk.
I've got one that's about that. I've got this exact same one, but the biggest one they make.
Steel series. Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's the biggest, but it's like...
That's what I want.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's nice, man. I love it because you can rest your whole freaking elbow on it.
Well, when you're playing shooters, that's why you drop your sense way down, and you're doing this, and everything's super.
You should get it.
Super accurate.
You'll love it. But the thing is,
guy.
you'll have to keep this whole area clear to be able to do that. You've got so much stuff right here.
Correct. And it's a bunch of nonsense.
There's at least 5 or 6 shot glasses and
correct
flashlight and a phone. There's eyeglasses and a lens from the eyeglass somewhere down here.
Correct.
There's 1, 2,
a lot of empty snoozes.
3, 4, 5, 6 vapes. Apparently only one of them still works or is full of stuff.
I mean,
there's what people who may know what a dugout is. There's one of those.
Sure.
There's a golf ball.
There's a golf ball.
There's some Mitchum, which really should be more visible.
There is some Mitchum.
That should be more visible. But
Mitchum, it provides invisible protection for up to 48 hours.
So the thing is, you're going to have to maintain a little more desktop discipline if you really want to take advantage of that. The problem with mine is it's really quite comfortable. So anytime I'm at the computer, I actually have to move my mouse up onto the regular desk because Jerry takes up the whole mouse pad.
Jerry?
He just wants to come lay there.
Not Jerry.
My Jerry.
Cat Jerry.
Cat Jerry.
Cat Jerry.
Jerry Davis.
Switch him. Boom. Nebulous Prowler coming in. Oof.
His name really is Jerry Davis. You know that, right?
That was a ghetto-ass soda, speak? Yeah, it really was, but this is an absolute banger of a soda.
Oh, and speaking of ghetto-ass... it's fitting for where that came from.
I have to make the nachos.
This is a particularly rough food line.
It is. I carried a switchblade up there tonight.
Yeah, because you can get stabbed anytime.
Watch out.
I'm going to sit in your chair.
Yeah, tell some stories.
I don't know any stories.
Okay.
Why don't you interview me?
Tell everybody why you chose chemistry as a field.
I didn't choose chemistry as a field. It chose me.
See, that's the story.
That's the only answer. It's too short to tell a whole story about. Okay, I'll tell it. So I was going to school for biology because I thought I would want to be out on boats taking water samples and looking at dolphins, right? Well, that didn't happen. And while I was in school, you have labs. When you're a science major, you have labs. I hated labs, and I said, forever, the last thing I want to do when I graduate is work in a freaking lab. Well, I graduate, and I'm working on a golf course because I had been working there during college. And a friend of a friend, actually, my girlfriend's roommate worked at a lab, and they were like, you want to maybe come apply? I was like, well, I'll make more than I would at the golf course, and I'm not breaking my back. So I did. And hated it. Hated it for 15 years. Now where do I go? Now what do I say? That's it. That's how I became a chemist. I'm a chemist by job, not by training or education. So anyway, I'll expand a little bit now.
No, tell everybody what's the last great-ass show you went to.
The what? Great show?
Yeah, the last great show.
The Pixies.
Tell them about it.
Who opened for the Pixies? I can't remember, but...
Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah, Franz Ferdinand. Which I'd heard a few songs of theirs where I was like, yeah, that's cool. They fucking blew it away, man. They were awesome. That was wonderful. Yeah, that was a good night. Dave was out there. Dave's wife was out there. Dave's brother-in-law and sister were out there. And they're all cool people. We had a blast. Red Hat Amphitheater in Raleigh. Fun fact, still has a smoking section without you having to leave the gates.
Just like record night.
Yeah, you walk down this long, what's the word I'm looking for? Sidewalk. And then you have this really compact packed in area where, you know, it's 60 people in a space big enough for 30 people. Because I don't know, do you have any idea how many people Red Hat holds? You probably don't. I'm from Raleigh. I should know. I'm not from Raleigh, but I live there. You should know that. Derek Chauvin got stabbed in prison today.
Who did?
Derek Chauvin.
Who's that?
I don't remember exactly what he did, but I think he's some asshole guy that did some shit.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is he in the VC?
No.
He's not in the VC.
Yeah. Miss Yu was a street pharmacist.
She had mentioned something about that before.
Pharmacist. I don't know if she meant to misspell that, but it's pharmacist. I love that.
So, Miss Yu apparently.
Oh, the George Floyd cop, the guy that knelt on George Floyd's neck.
Oh yeah.
Derek Chauvin, yeah. Yeah, he got convicted, and the two other fuckers standing there watching got convicted. Well, I'm glad to hear he got stabbed. I mean, well, I don't know how to recover from that. I just said I'm glad to hear somebody got stabbed.
Miss Yu's, her family, they get together. She's of Latin descent, we'll say that. They're making tamales, like, in the coming days. What's your thoughts on tamales?
My thoughts on tamales. I've never really had a real tamale. Never. But I'm guessing I would probably fucking love them.
I really like. You like masa?
Oh, wow. Fred said, the cop didn't kill him. He had Gentanil in his system.
Gentanil?
I get it. F is right next to G, so he's probably right. Oh boy, that's good. That's good. I love a good misspelling. Oh, Miss U said E-N-U-F, like enough, instead of actually spelling enough. So I think that was a misspelling too.
Abbreviation.
I think that's misspelling too, because misspelling's funny.
This is going to be epic.
What is going to be epic? Oh, the nachos. So tell us what you're putting on the nachos.
It's whatever's left.
Well, what's left?
I should probably save that for the hoorah.
Okay, well, according to the little levels I see, they seem to be able to hear you fine. Can you guys hear them? I haven't heard yet. But anyway, just keep talking. Tell us what you're putting in there. Yeah, Scotty said yes.
Okay, well...
Miss You said yes also.
We don't have ham.
Actually, I'm going to turn this towards you. Here we go. This will help even more.
We don't have ham this year. So it's like straight up turkey. And what I'm looking for right now is the mac and cheese. Found it. Boom. No. Don't show me. I don't show. No, don't show. No show. No
you
show.
See the Pink Floyd poster.
I don't care for that.
I don't know.
I don't care.
You're more interesting to look at than I am.
I don't care for that.
It's got a nice Dutch angle to it. Dutch tilt, I should say. All right.
And I'm going for the mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Turkey. Dressing.
Turkey dressing.
Mac and cheese.
While they're repeating it, they can hear you.
The X Factor. I don't know if I want to tell what the X Factor is this year. But what I mentioned earlier, what I really think sets this recipe apart.
Yeah.
Is fresh chopped green onions.
Or chives, depending on where you're from.
I think it's actually different.
Is it?
Because these are like look.
You know what? Chives are smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Chives are real narrow. Maybe chives are just young green onions.
Yeah.
Can the chat tell us if chives are just young green onions? Oh, I I gotta switch over to this other shot real quick so you guys can see the Atari alcove and this awesome van. It's not a great shot
Hey,
of
you
it.
can come pick one of these chips to do as well.
I can't come pick a chip. I'm the only person here on screen.
That's okay. Just do it. You got to do it kind of quickly.
Why don't you just hold them up for me? Actually, no, I don't think I could, Scotty. I think it's stuck at about 8 inches.
This fucking refrigerator's yelling at me.
Yeah, it does that if you leave the door open too long. Is that an Amana? Because that's what I have. It makes the same noise.
No, it's one of those popular name brands.
Is it a Frigidaire?
Or Whirlpool or something.
Whirlpool. Yeah. Amana is like the lower grade version of whatever that is. Yes, Fred, he is.
What am I doing?
Nope. Sometimes you make comments where I can't see what you're saying, what they're saying. So, Fred, yes. Okay, you really want to know? He said you're George Costanza cheap.
Cheap? For what?
I don't know. I don't know where he got that, but he's right.
I gotta pee. No, I'm real cheap.
Yeah, he's real fucking cheap. I'm gonna spill some tea right now. Mike's central heating unit went out about a year ago now. I guess a little less than a year ago. So he's never had central air in the house, but it does have a. I think it's either a gas or electric furnace, but just heat. But there's duct work, so it went out about a year ago, and he's not had it fixed. During the summer, he's just got window units, and there are parts of the day where it's tolerable in the front room where you might sit and watch TV, and there are times in the winter where it's not like you're not going to leave a glass of water sitting out and have it freeze, but I don't know how to say this. He could get it replaced if he wanted to, and he's not. So
what?
I was telling a story about how cheap you are. So he's got one working heater in the house, and it's a little space heater he calls what, Mrs. Heat?
Mrs. Heat.
Mrs. Heat.
Mr. Heater died.
Mr. Heater died, so Mrs. Heater is the only one who's got left. And actually, I think I've got him convinced, and I think he's agreed to go ahead and get it fixed. But so he won't replace that one little. That heater's capable of really heating up a 200 square foot room, but he's using it for the whole house. Anyway, he won't buy a new one until he's got to make himself suffer long enough to replace the furnace. But then when he replaces the furnace, part of the story is that furnace is original to the house, and this house was built in the 1960s. Okay. But when he does replace it, he can get central AC also, and he ain't got to worry about the window units. So, there we go. Did you heat it up?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't even hear the microwave. Why don't we trade places? So, Fred's right. He's, was it Fred that said he was cheap? Yeah, he is cheap.
Oh, cheap. Oh, yeah, I'm cheap as a motherfucker.
Cheap as a phone bucket.
Okay. All right, let's get into a chip chat, folks. Motherfucking chip chat. Why is that doing that?
What is what doing what?
Excesso calorious. Excesso. There's a lot of stuff on the chip, is what you're saying. Those are thick. Papas. Look at that. Es delicioso. Ah! Sting City. All right, we're jumping right back into a chip chat. I do have the nachos ready to go. We're letting them motherfuckers cool the fuck down for just a moment. They're not crazy hot, but we got enough time to do a little special magic. Was a chip? What's up, Noisy Bees? Was a chip that came to us courtesy of Sean spins, if I'm not mistaken here, because he sent us a lot of these weirdo chips. Nong Shim shrimp crackers. Sure. And that says
Crackers.
that says Keystone Pipeline.
No, one of them says shrimp, one of them says crackers, probably.
Sure. Can you tell us where these are from down in the bottom?
Korea. I looked at it already.
It's Korean?
Korean.
The picture on the front looks like
They're like crinkle cut fries.
crinkle cut French fries. That's what I thought. You've had ramen from that brand? Okay.
I think it's pronounced ramen. Like everybody loves ramen. That's why you eat it in college.
Wait for it.
Oh, I gotta wave them up. Because my first impression was that's pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Is it still pretty good after I wait for it?
Wait for it.
Oh no, it's about to turn bad. Low disk space. It's not gotten bad yet.
No?
Yeah. What'd you taste that was bad?
They're very good, but let's not be mistaken. There is a very distinct low tide element to this.
Oh yeah, they're shrimpy.
I could see certain people
I can see certain people totally
not liking those.
not liking that immediately. It didn't bother
They're
me.
fishy as fuck. They're shrimpy as fuck.
I actually found that they were less shrimpy than I thought. I was expecting low tide, but I didn't get low tide. Maybe my tongue's just coated with tar and nicotine.
Yeah, they're not hot. They could stand from some spice, actually.
It doesn't say spicy shrimp crackers, though.
Correct.
But
All right, let's get into it.
They could stand for some Old Bay.
Oh, yeah. So for the tradition going strong for over 10 years now, anything and everything that's left over from Thanksgiving I get from my mom, I bring it over here, put it on some nice, I either do like an organic multi-grain tortilla chip. I've done the Blue Guys in the past.
But speaking of store brand,
this is a store from Food Line again. They
make them in the store.
They make them in the store, fried and bagged up and generically in the store. So for this year, what we have is we've got turkey, which my mom's turkey was fantastic this year. Turkey, dressing with gravy, mac and cheese, queso dip, which is the new twist for this year. Instead of going just straight up like
the twist was the green onions.
No, green onions ties it together every year.
That's queso dip, not gravy?
There is gravy in there.
Okay.
Both. But instead of doing like shredded cheddar cheese, I did so that's what we're talking about here. That's what we're dealing with.
Instead of shredded cheese, what did you do?
Instead of shredded cheese, I did queso. Like
the queso.
Yeah.
That wasn't clear with the way you.
We could put cheddar cheese on top of it.
There's no reason you can't, but
yeah. So get a good one.
Yeah, get a good one. You got to get a good one.
Let's start with
watch out! Watch out! They go all over.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to scoop a good one because I'm getting from the edge here.
Hold that fucking phone, folks.
Wait a minute. I will.
Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I was just trying to pinpoint what that flavor was. It's a very bold and different flavor. And I think it's the gravy mixed with the queso.
That is a little something.
I've never tasted anything like that.
And every year, when you think we can't do them any better, but I think the queso, that's a nice little touch.
And the stuffing is really coming through too.
Yeah.
You could actually taste everything. I think it's a cornucopia.
I think within this cornucopia, not to beat a dead horse.
Look at this one.
That's a good one. Not to beat a dead horse. I think it's the green onion, the super bright freshness of the green onion.
That is adding a very nice.
It allows you to separate those other flavors. I think that's what does it.
It's like it's calibrating your senses.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
Going to, bing. There's green onion. Now here's everything else.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Jesus Christ. Needs a cranberry mold. Jesus Christ. Now, I love cranberry sauce, and I like ocean spray only, and I like to see the lines on that fucking can. I don't like fresh shit, but I don't want it with like meat and vegetables and stuff. I like the way it tastes, but I don't want it with like stuff. What's that for?
It's for your hands.
Huh?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to use it if you don't want. I just thought it'd be polite to grab you one because I'm going to use it. Because I have a habit of wiping my hands on my pants. See, I've already wiped my hands on my pants. So there's a piece of macaroni.
We should go watch some or listen to some record albums for a little bit.
I literally have to keep a napkin when I'm eating sometimes so I don't wipe my hands on my pants. I'm trying to get 2 or 3 days out of these pants so I can't have macaroni.
2 or 3 days?
Yeah.
What are you, in Congress?
I got a pretty stinky crotch.
Oh. That's the X factor.
Mm.
I mean, if this fucking system doesn't see down there.
I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what. This applies to all nachos.
Mm-hmm.
You could figure out a way to keep nachos crisp under these circumstances, you'd be a billionaire.
Mm.
Even the best nachos, under the weight of the gravy and the queso and the mac and cheese. No, not the parts that are under it.
I don't know.
No, look. Well, this one's a bad example.
Crisp.
Tell me that's still crispy?
Crisp city.
That's not crispy.
That's crisp cream.
That's not crispy. Look at it fold under its own weight.
That's crisp Mills. That's crisp Mills.
I ain't saying it's not good, but it'd be better if that nacho or that tortilla was still crispy.
Let's listen to some more record albums. Come back over to Twitch, will you? Appreciate you guys. Happy Thanksgiving, Black Friday, extended vacation, fall. Yep. Sure. We'll be on the Shelvin Show tomorrow night if you don't come back to Twitch.
Personally, I really enjoyed everybody's company tonight.
Sure.
I'm glad you tuned in.
Sure.
It's good to be here with friends on a holiday.
Hell yeah. Beats the alternative.
That's what I say when people tell me, don't get old. I say, beats the hell out of the alternative. You kidding me?
And then you pull your phone.
You ever hear a relative or something say to a kid, they're at a family gathering, like, tell you what, son, don't you ever grow old. I'm like, what's the worst thing you can wish on somebody? Grow old. I can attest to being at least this old.
Right after I say that, I like fucking grabbing my phone off my belt.
Oh, yeah. I like watching donkey porn.
Football town in America. Whoa.